Positano in one piece. Driving around here is just crazy. So I actually recommend that you use a private driver because otherwise, I think there's a 90% chance you might get into a scrape, and it could be kind of a bad one, and that's not very fun. It could be the same cost as if you just went ahead and got a private driver. Yep. So look at this, two big buses trying to scrape by, literally scrape by on this little tiny windy road. I think they did get some scrapes. Oh my God, I hope I don't get any when it goes by. This bus is too big for this road. Oh my God, I'm on my way to Amalfi and this is hairy. Well, let me add a few more tips to my driving experience on the Amalfi Coast. I'll just add a few right here because I'm going to do a big vlog video on it later. But the main thing is be sure to get car insurance if you're renting a car. And yes, I did get into a scrape, but thank God I did get the car insurance, which really wasn't that much more extra. It was like, I think $225 or something, which isn't that bad when you consider how much you could pay if you got into an accident, God forbid. So anyway, I did get into a scrape. Actually, there were two scrapes. One I didn't do. One was in the parking lot at Pompeii. And then the other one I actually got into all by myself with a guardrail that I couldn't see when I was trying to back out of a parking space in, what was the name of it? Scala, because that is a tiny little town with tiny little parking spaces. And I didn't notice that little barrier when I parked in there. I didn't remember it. And then when I backed out, ooh, I heard a scrape. For some reason, I thought it was the emergency brake was off. So I double scraped it because this nice young Italian man helped me out. He said, "Oh, you hurt the car." And I went out and I saw it and I was like, ah. But anyway, but when I went and looked at my rental agreement with regards to the insurance, it was so confusing. It almost seemed like it only covered up to a certain amount and then you have to pay the rest. So I was like stressed out for the rest of the trip after that about having to pay maybe $2,000 or something extra on top of the car insurance. But the happy news is when I found out when I got back home to the United States, I didn't have to pay any extra money. So that was a happy ending. And all in all, I'm glad I had that car. Now, if I had a lot of money, I would just hire a driver to take me wherever I wanted to go. That's the best way. Of course, you know, money makes life easier in general, doesn't it? But, or just, you know, take a train or a bus. There's a few things that I was happy that I had my car. But when it comes to the tiny mountaintop villages, such as Scala, such as the one that's right next to it, Ravenna, I think. Oh my God. Ravello, which is absolutely gorgeous. I had to just skip it because I didn't have enough days there to go back. But those little towns, it's better to take a bus tour too. And that way you don't have to worry about parking or driving. And some of the driving around there was absolutely like this. I couldn't believe it. I really didn't know how I was going to get out of a scrape or how this bus was going to get out of a scrape. I mean, it was insane, some of the scenes that I saw. But I didn't actually see anybody's accidents. Just my own little scrape up in Scala. And then when I came back into the parking lot at Pompeii, oops, somebody bumped it. And I have a feeling it was the parking lot guy because he was trying to hide it. I got back later after the sun was going down. I couldn't see anything. He had a car parked there. So he was a little, let's say, sketchy. But overall, I'm glad I had the car. It turned out well for me, but it might not turn well for other people. I have heard super horror stories, like going off a cliff. So anyway, you know, you have to make your own decisions. I watched plenty of YouTube channels about driving in the Amalfi Coast to decide what to do. And in the end, I decided, yeah, I can handle this because I do love driving and I do love a little risk here and there and a little adrenaline pump. But, you know, it was a bit almost over the top. And so you just know what you would feel comfortable with, but I'm just telling you my experience. And I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to have a few more videos of my trip to the Amalfi Coast, including Naples, Napoli. And I hope you enjoyed this one. Like and subscribe if you would. And what else was I going to say? Yeah, so I have a few more videos coming up that might interest you if you are taking a trip to the Amalfi Coast. I include a lot of hot tips and my peak experiences. So I hope you enjoy it. And until then, arrivederci. By the way, sorry about the coughing in the background of my video here. It was due to this little fellow. His name is Cupcake. He's a Chiweenie and he is 14 years old. And he has a little medical condition. But anyway, it does include coughing now and then. And well, it's just the way it is. But he's a very good little puppy, isn't he? Whoa, oh. Say hi to everyone. Arrivederci.